Today, as you can see, I'm going to be presenting on my Gold Award project, also known as STEM program for grade school students at Crest Institute of Science. And so to start off, I thought it would be appropriate to give some context and background on my high school service journey leading up to my Gold Award project. And so for my high school service journey, I participated in a lot of events and organizations such as the Crop Hunger Walk, Chandler Big Service Day, Girl Scouts volunteering, the Westridge School Summer Opportunities Fair, and Washington Elementary School. I really enjoy working with kids, so I was pretty intentional in picking mostly education or school-affiliated volunteer events. And the image on the left is me in my freshman year at the Crop Hunger Walk in Pasadena. For those unfamiliar with this event, the Crop Hunger Walks are community-based walk events held in cities and towns across the United States in support of raising funds for transforming communities around the globe through just and sustainable responses to hunger, poverty, displacement, and disaster. And the image on the right is me at the Chandler Big Service Day event, where I worked as a teacher's assistant in teaching second graders and collected travel-sized sanitary products for Union Station. So these were probably two of the highlights throughout my service journey, which I enjoyed the most, and definitely recommend for any underclassmen who are looking for high school service journeys to get involved in. And moving forward, you're probably wondering how I arrived at my high school service journey, or how I arrived at an idea for my CAP/Gold Award project. And how I arrived at that idea is that I knew that I took both of my interests. I knew that I really enjoyed working with kids, and I also knew that I was really passionate about STEM. So taking those two passions of mine, I really wanted to gear my community action project towards something STEM affiliated and something with kids. So hence, my Gold Award project was on developing a STEM program for grade school students with Crest Institute of Science. And so to give some context on what Crest Institute of Science is, it's an innovative chemistry and biology research and education center that advances the understanding of chemical and environmental and medical science through rigorous academic laboratory programs. Crest I found really unique because it's dedicated to laboratory research accessible to scientists and students of all levels by creating a highly collaborative working environment. So in considering what organization I was going to work with for my community action/Gold Award project, I really wanted an organization that met with a lot of my values. So personally, I really enjoyed that Crest was focused on the collaborative work environment and immersing a diversity of students and scientists in something that may not be accessible otherwise, such as high-end research. And so this is some insight at the facility. Crest, one amazing feature of Crest Institute of Science is its extensive number of resources. Crest has 11 facilities ranging from a micro and molecular biology labs to a laser laboratory to a material science lab. On the left, I've attached an image of their analytical lab where you can see a bunch of different cool machinery and research technology. And on the right, I've attached a picture of their chemistry lab. So these are just two of the amazing resources that they have at their facility. So now going into my Gold Award project and what I did. For my Gold Award project, I organized a modular laboratory curriculum that can be used by grades K through 12 students. Crest during the summer has a summer program called the Junior Researcher Academy Summer Program, which focuses on teaching students, particularly in the elementary grades, a modular biology and chemistry laboratory curriculum. And so what I did is I helped organize the protocols for those and the lab materials, etc., into designated folders. And I plan on creating a binder with all of that material so it's easily accessible to any mentors during the summer. And then another thing that I did for my Gold Award project is I developed educational videos to demonstrate science experiments using a step-by-step process. So most often I did experiments that were interactive, fun, something that kids can watch during this summer academy program and on their own. And I also worked with students in the community to teach curriculum and experiments, which I'll go into a little bit later. So for my Gold Award project, I did a total of 6 educational videos ranging from a pond water experiment to a pH experiment to magnetic slime, density, and chromatography, and more. And as you can see, I organized the material into the curriculum and protocols. So there's a digital copy and there will be a physical copy once this COVID is over for the mentors. So as I mentioned, one of my project was really geared towards working with students. So I reached out to the community by hosting 3 outreach events. This first one that I'm showcasing is my outreach event with the YWCA Pasadena and Girls Empowerment Program, which was a program of girls that were interested in STEM or other scientific fields that came together, and they were usually from minority backgrounds. So as you can see here, this is one of the students looking at her cheek cells through a microscope. We did a gram stain lab, which allowed students to swab their cheeks and take a look at the bacteria and whatever food particles they had under the microscope. This was also in correspondence with Crest's open house event, which was back in November. So we also invited the greater Monrovia community and surrounding communities to come into Crest and partake in lab experiments with mentors. So this is an image of me and the girls from the Girls Empowerment Program at the YWCA Pasadena. And as I said, I also did 2 other outreach events with local Girl Scout troops. So this is Troop 57151, where I did a magnetic slime and chromatography experiment with them. And these are images from the outreach event in which I helped them make their slime and also taught them about the science behind slime and chromatography, as they also did a chromatography experiment using marker pigments and dipping them in isopropyl alcohol and water. And so for reflecting upon my Gold Award project, my project goals were really to promote women and girls in STEM and also to provide meaningful opportunities for students to pursue their passions in STEM. The skills that I felt I developed or that came in handy the most were my public speaking, project management, time management, and community building skills. I used a lot of my public speaking skills in my presentations, in which I hosted outreach events with community organizations such as the YWCA Pasadena. And my project was mostly independent. My project advisor gave me a lot of freedom and flexibility to take control and manage my own time and how I assessed myself during this project. And so definitely time management and project management were skills that I put into play. And community building, in that I reached out with students from not just my community, but surrounding communities and beyond that as well. And so ultimately, how I believe that my CAP project really helped me live a life full of impact is that after the YWCA outreach event, one of the students, Tamara, I'll go back and show you her. She's the one on the right of me. So, well, my right in this image, my left in if I were actually standing there. But after that, she really expressed interest in wanting to do Crest, becoming an intern at Crest, and wanting to do further research and different opportunities she could get involved in to pursue her passion in STEM. So it was really that and the smiles of all of the other students that I worked with throughout this experience that I found the most rewarding in my Gold Award project. And lastly, I would like to make some acknowledgements and thank yous. I would like to thank my Dr. Chris Buser, my Gold Award project advisor, for giving me guidance throughout this entire process, and my Girl Scout troop leader, Miss Karen Steller, for being very supportive and helping me throughout this process as well. And I would also like to thank all of the organizations that I worked with and mentors, including Miss St. John, Juanita, my advisor, and everyone else. Thank you.